he is saying that this is he is denying lots of the allegations, mostly on X. He is actually going to join the One American News Network, which is a pro-Trump news channel, in the new year as an anchor presenter in your, as you guys say it, across the pond. But he is saying that the Department of Justice investigated all of this and that they did not charge him with a crime. They actually closed their investigation a few years ago. And so he is saying the due process, he is being denied due process by this report being released a couple of days before Christmas. Well, what the ethics committee has found is that there was very good evidence that he had paid for women to have sex with him, that he partied so much with using illegal drugs, that he violated House financial rules about not reporting gifts of free travel when he was flying to the Bahamas, where he had sex allegedly with 4 women on that trip. And so basically it found that he violated kind of House rules on behavior unbecoming of a member in their term.
And of course, Matt Gaetz is a very close ally of Donald Trump. He's been a big supporter of the president-elect. In fact, he was Donald Trump's first choice to be Attorney General until he withdrew from the nomination process a few weeks ago. So how is Matt Gaetz reacting to this?
So he is saying that this is he is denying lots of the allegations, mostly on X. He is actually going to join the One American News Network, which is a pro-Trump news channel, in the new year as an anchor presenter in your, as you guys say it, across the pond. But he is saying that the Department of Justice investigated all of this and that they did not charge him with a crime. They actually closed their investigation a few years ago. And so he is saying the due process, he is being denied due process by this report being released a couple of days before Christmas. And so I think what he is also alleging is that this is very unusual for this report to get released when the House Ethics Committee usually only looks at and has actions on current members. And so since he's not a current member, they usually would not release such a report. But the Democrats and some Republicans in the House believe is that, hey, the public should know if he tries to return to public office, they should know what the House Ethics Committee found.
So his argument would be because he had to resign as a congressman when he was nominated to be Attorney General a few weeks ago by Donald Trump, that therefore this report shouldn't have been published. But it is, as you described, it contains some pretty shocking findings. Realistically, what do you think the impact will be on Matt Gaetz's political career?
It's hard for him to get reelected to anything because most constituents would likely not go for such behavior. It's one thing to get allegations like this in the media. It's another when there's a years-long House ethics investigation. And so Gaetz has talked about, hey, he wants to potentially be picked by Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, for that empty Senate seat that is going to come open when Marco Rubio leaves office. Marco is becoming the Secretary of State, but hard to imagine DeSantis picking Matt Gaetz after this. And so I don't think he has a elected political career anymore or in the future. But I do think he's going to be remaining a powerful pro-Trump ally and someone on the outside of the media.
What do you think this all means for Donald Trump? I mean, a man who is no stranger to accusations himself, but, Matt Gaetz is a big ally of his. He put him forward to be Attorney General, to lead the Justice Department, and now you have some incredibly serious findings from the House Ethics Committee. Does this not call into question Donald Trump's judgment?
Well, for Trump, getting accused of something is almost a badge of honor because he has been accused of lots of different things over I think it's several dozen women have accused him of sexual misconduct. Remember, he has to pay E. Jean Carroll millions of dollars for what sexual misconduct. I think it was not rape, but sexual abuse in a clothing store in New York decades ago. And so I think what Trump is what he sees as loyalty, that's the most important thing. And so even if you're accused of stuff like Matt Gaetz, he kind of looks the other way. And so he has other nominees like Pete Hegseth, who's been accused of sexual assault, RFK Jr. of being a strong womanizer, Tulsi Gabbard of being close to Assad and a Russia apologist. And he's okay with that because of their loyalty to him.
And just finally, Daniel, do you think charges could now be brought? Do you think this will be reopened if the Ethics Committee has found substantial evidence that he paid for sex with a 17-year-old girl, sex with a minor under American law? Do you think charges could now be brought?
So what's interesting about that, case is that she did not tell him that she was 17, and he did not ask, and so it's almost like a look the other way type situation. And so it's not like he explicitly knew that she was 17. And so I don't think charges are going to be brought either on the state level or federal level. One reason is that there's usually the feds don't go after people if there's not violence or coercion that is at the present. So they're usually not going after people for consensual pain of sex between consenting adults. And so statutory rape that's a separate charge, but the federal prosecutors kind of looked at would they have enough, would they feel comfortable getting a guilty verdict? Do they have would their witnesses or victims be credible enough on the stand? And I guess they said that they were not going to do that. And so I think this is more in the court of public opinion. He's kind of being found guilty, but I don't think he's going to spend any time in jail.